Hello everyone, I'm Rahul and you're watching StudyIQ IAS. So most of you were waiting for, the UPSC has released the admit card. This is the official UPSC site where you can see in the active examination civil services prelims, there you can see the e-admit card. The link has been given here and the date of upload is 13th of May 2025. If you're going to click the link, you'll be reaching here. Given that the news has just come out, there are multiple students who would be waiting to download their admit card. There would be server load, hence people will not be able to download it right now. But the big news is that the UPSC admit card has been released. Now, given that it has been released and you are not able to see, do not worry, do not panic. As the server load would come down, as people would take time to download it, you will be having the access to it. So nothing to worry regarding this. Just enter your basic details, you'll be able to download your website. So let's try it again if it's working or not. Even if it's not working, okay, I think this time it should open. Let's see. As told you, the server load would be higher at this time, so not an issue. But given that the admit card is out right now, so I just hope all of you who are there with me in this session, let's have a conversation like what's your mental state, what you are feeling right now. Are you anxious? Are you worried? Like, what is the current state of mind with respect to the UPSC? So as per as I understand, most of you would be in a state of stress, in a state of anxiety. After 12 days, it's after 12 days, as we discussed some time ago, it's after 12 days you'll be having your paper. So these 12 days becomes very crucial for you. So these 12 days you have to think of nothing but just of revision. Meanwhile, just let me go back to the website. Okay, here it is. So it has opened up the UPSC e-admit card. Now it can be accessed to download. We'll be clicking here. Let's see if it's going there. So again, I think slowly the server would be in a fair state to take your query. By the way, just dear friends, what happened, Yash? Like Yash is saying something wrong has happened. What has happened, Yash? Just let me know. So, okay, the website is here. So here you will go, mention your role, e-admit card. The instructions have been given. So click here to subscribe. You have to read certain basic details have been given over here. If there are any discrepancies, they have written that you write it to UPSC immediately on the email ID. They have provided an email ID, uscsp-upsc@nic.in. Then if in case of any discrepancy, just mention your name, roll number, registration ID, name and year of examination in which correspondence with the UPSC, just mention it out. Now what they have given, bring the printout of e-admit card along with original photo ID. So this e-admit card you have to get and you have to take with you a original photograph as mentioned in the admit card in each session to the examination hall. What it means for your both for your both paper 1 and the paper 2 CSAT, you have to get it. You are not responsible for the safe, you are responsible for the safe custody of e-admit card. In the event of any person using this admit card, the onus lies on you to prove that you have not used the services of any impersonator. What it means, like you must have seen, there are multiple cases where somebody else is taking the examination. So in that case, the UPSC is very strict that it is you who has to appear in the examination. You don't have to send any of your relatives or any of your impersonator person to take the examination. Now, candidates should note that any omission, mistake, discrepancy in encoding, filling the details in the OMR answer sheet, especially with regard to roll number, test booklet series code, will render the answer sheet liable for rejection. Now, this is a very basic things, like most of people, they panic in the examination hall. When it's a first time experience for many other people, the experienced veterans, what happens with them, they are in a state of great pressure. So what happened, you fill the OMR sheet wrong, or it also happened that given it's the time of May, summer has just started to, the temperature has started to rise, your palms, they all sweat, sometimes the OMR sheet gets smudged. So just be very careful, because if that is the case, that is happening, if you fill your roll number wrong, test booklet series wrong, your answer sheet will be liable for rejection. That is, your answer sheet will not be checked. Next is that please note that entry in the examination venue shall be closed 30 minutes before the scheme of commencement of the examination, that is 9 a.m. for the forenoon session and 2 p.m. for the afternoon session, which means for the morning time you have to enter the venue 30 minutes before, and same goes for the afternoon session. And candidates are advised to enter the examination value well in time for identity verification and friction. So all those people who will be appearing for this examination for the first time, so when you enter at the entry gate, they check your admit card. Sometimes they also demand a photo ID during the entrance itself, and then you are frisked, so that you are not carrying any electronic gadgets or anything. And one more thing, noteworthy thing, do not carry digital watches. Try to have analog watches if you have. If you do not have, then get yourself one as you have time. The digital watches or anything which like might look as if might be used for cheating or something like that, there will be no justification, it will be taken away from you. And especially those students who go on the center alone, usually there are certain examinations hall where they give this facility where you can keep your things, but there are also certain examination center where this facility might not be there. So just ensure either you take somebody with you or go with the bare minimum requirement thing, which is your admit card, which is your photo ID, and of course pen for OMR marking. Now next is that candidate should note that they shall not be allowed to appear in any other examination venue except the examination venue as mentioned in the e-admit card. This is again a very basic thing. The admit card, wherever the address that is mentioned, it is advisable if you can go to the center to see it one time so that it calms your nerves down. It's better if you can visit the center if it's nearby. Otherwise, if the center is not nearby, it is again advisable to all the aspirants, be very thorough with the address. Whenever you are booking the cab or whenever you are traveling, just ensure where it is. For example, just the case, if your location is Janakpuri, in Janakpuri, when you are traveling with metro, there are two metro stations, east and west. If you get on the wrong metro station, it could be that you might not be able to reach your venue in time. So just ensure that you are reaching at the correct venue. If you're not going to reach on the correct venue, then there would be no, what I should say, no, nothing will be entertained that you would be allowed to sit in the examination. At the same time, you also have to note that you have to reach your examination venue half an hour ago. So if you reach a wrong examination venue, then it becomes very tough to take the examination. So just be thorough where your examination center is. If possible, just give it a visit few days ago, one day ago before the examination, so that when you will have this thing, that the entity where you are going to give the examination, the school, the college where you will be giving the examination, so on the examination day, on the 25th of May, your nerves would be all calm, all cool, you will be composed. Read the point number 9, read the special instructions for the candidates admitted to examination given in the examination notice. Your candidature to the examination is provisional. Candidate should not be, okay, this was the point which I was mentioning or referring earlier. Candidate should not be in possession of or using any mobile phone even in switched off mode, which means that if you give this argument that I'll be carrying my mobile phone in a switched off state, that would not be entertained. Pager or any electronic equipment or programmable device or storage media like pen drives, smartwatches, etc. Smartwatches point has come in. So it's not just about smartwatches. As much as I have seen, there are certain cases where there is issue with the digital watches also. So just to be on the safer side, get an analog watch with you. What is an analog watch? In a very basic simple term, the watch which has dialers, or that hour hand, minute hand, that thing. And next thing is camera or Bluetooth devices or any other equipment or related accessories either working or in switched off state mode capable of being used as a communication device during the examination. Any infringement of the instructions are entailed disciplinary action, including ban from future examination. So it could be that if you're found doing any kind of misadventures, if you're found doing any kind of malpractices in the examination, you might be barred from appearing in UPSC again. So be very particular about it, be very serious about it, and also be vigilant that nobody throws certain things or such things nearby you. If you find someone suspicious, just report it to the invigilator which is there in the room. Now next point is candidates are not allowed to enter the examination premises with any bag. This is again the point which I was mentioning. Certain centers, they have this provision where they have the facility to keep bag, mobile phones and etc. such of your belongings, but there are also centers where it could be that such facilities might not be there. So it is there any bag, baggage, luggages, valuable, costly items, mobile phones, smart, digital watches and other IT gadgets, books, etc. Candidates are advised to not bring banned items. Venue supervisor will not make any arrangement for keeping these items at the venue. In case candidates brings any such banned items, she will make his own arrangements for keeping the same outside the venue, and commission will not be responsible for any losses in this regard, which is in Hindi it said apne saman ki rakhwali khud hi karen. You are the keeper of your own things. In case of any losses, the center will not take it on itself. The candidates will be allowed to take with them only print of e-admit card, pen, pencil, identity proof, copy of photographs, whichever applicable, and other items as specified in the instructions of e-admit card to the venue. So what you are allowed to take with you is your e-admit card, your ID photocopy proof and also the original copy. And the next thing is pen and pencil. Anything apart from this, it could be that you might not be allowed. Now the next thing is there will be penalty, negative marking for the negative marking for wrong answers marked by the candidate in both the papers. So this was very basic. This is still there. So for negative marking, we have penalty in both the papers. Answers other than those marked by black ball point pen will not be evaluated. So there they have written it very clearly that you have to carry black ball point pen. And a candidate whose photograph on his e-admit card is not clear, or the photograph without her name, date of photograph, will have to bring a photo identity card along with 2 passport size photographs. So those people who are not having the photographs clear on their admit card, they have to get with themselves 2 photographs, and it could be that they might take the photograph with themselves. Candidate may please ensure that all the details such as name, photograph, the QR code on their e-admit card are correct. In case of any discrepancies, they may contact UPSC in this regard as advised in the instruction, where instruction number 1, where they have given the email ID, where if you are finding any discrepancies, you can report it to them. The next point is candidates who have opted for their own scribe may note that their own scribe will be allowed for the examination only with separate e-admit card for such scribe. The e-admit card for own scribes has been issued in eligible cases. So those people who are differently abled, there is a provision that scribe might be given for them. For them, what UPSC has written, they are releasing a separate admit card who has to carry this admit card with himself. Candidate who, this point we have covered, all the candidates are advised that they should visit and confirm their examination center. This was the point as an advisory which I was telling you all. Visit the center at least once, uh, a day before or some day before your examination. If any candidate has changed her name, she will have to produce government issue photo ID in change name at the examination center in each session of UPSC Prelims 2025, failing to which she may not be allowed. Now, this is one of those points where if you have change of name, or if your name in the admit card is different from the name which is there in the what you use as an identity proof, then at least have some documents, for that proof, for which they have written that he will have to produce government issue photo ID name at the center in each session, failing to which she may not be allowed to enter the session. Now we have read this. Take the printout of the admit card. Now click here to read scribe instructions, which is not required in our case. So have you read and taken the printout of important instructions? Yes. Now let's see where it moves. I'll be summarizing whatever they have said after this when this page opens. So I think this will take some time. Again, server load would be issue. So for those people, let me just summarize what has been said about the admit card. The basics that you have to carry. The basics is the very foremost e-admit card, which you will be taking from the UPSC side, which are released. Then ID proof, and also photocopy of it. In case your picture is not clear, your photograph is not clear, at least 2 photographs of yours. What you are allowed to carry: pen and pencil. What you are not allowed to carry, let me again tell you: not allowed to carry mobile phones, then digital gadgets, and also it could be the case there might be no provision for you to keep your bags and books. And also there are certain centers, there are certain people who like to take CSAT book with them, which they read in between the breaks between the paper 1 and paper 2. So for them, there are certain centers, if they take or keep your bag with themselves, they do not return it. So just make it a point. If you are into that, I'll be revising the formula in those 2 hours in the break that we get. Just ensure that you are taking somebody with you at the center so that you can keep the bag. Now, the other thing which I'd like to mention is that visit the center, visit the examination center at least 1 day before, if possible for you. And the next thing is, you have to reach the center 30 minutes earlier from the time what is mentioned in the admit card. So these are the basic details which I think would be suffice for you. And given that, to each and every one of you, I wish you all the very best from Team StudyIQ. Go there, give your best, and I'm very much sure that you people will make yourself, your family member, and everybody proud. So now I'm open to questions. If you're able to, if anyone is having any questions, just you can shoot your questions to me. I'll be more than happy to take it. So let me take your question. Yash is saying that feeling bad for bordering state aspirants. Yes, there was disturbance, and it's very correct, Yash, on your part, that those students who were there on a bordering state, they were living in a very disturbed state. They might have not been able to prepare as they would have liked to. And then the next thing is, Okay, somebody is saying UPSC heartless. Okay, I think the students, they wanted the UPSC to be postponed a bit, but usually whomsoever is watching this, usually such big examination, the government push through these examination, or the governing bodies, they push through these examination. They, in very rare cases, they push the date of the examination. And is asking not able to download, site seems closing. So again, I'm telling, like, given that each and every one of you might be trying to download the admit cards, so it could be that there would be a very great load on the server, and just it will settle down after some time, and you'll be able to download your admit card after some time. Then somebody is asking how can you download the admit card. This thing I have showed at the beginning of the video. You can just go at the start and then see. Everyone is like, site is not working, site will be working properly in some time. Don't worry about that. So these are the most of the questions. Let me again get you back to there. So this is the UPSC site where you have to go. You have to go in the examinations. In the examination, you go in the active examination. In the active examination, you'll find UPSC Civil Services Prelims examination over here. And when you go on this page, there you will come to this thing, e-admit card. Click here, you'll reach this page, and this page will further direct you towards downloading this admit card. So dear friends, I hope this, I wish you all the very best, and I just hope and expect that all of you who will be appearing in this examination will do really good, will do really great. If you require anything, any kind of content support, any kind of strategy videos, any kind of video to motivate you, or any kind of help you need, just ping it in the comment. The team will get back to you, and we will try to provide whatever possible help we can provide to you in these moments. And somebody has been mentioning that UPSC has been very inconsiderate to students who are at the border areas. To them, I'd like to tell you that StudyIQ has always been at the forefront whenever it comes to helping the student. So for them, whatever content, whatever material we could give them, we will be giving them in the form of a drive link. We'll be also giving them in the form of free course on our app. So whatever help they can get in these last 12 days, they can get. And also, just prior to this video, I have made a video what to do in the last 12 days of the UPSC preparation. You can go back and watch that video. So dear friends, this was all from my side. I'll see you again. There will be fear, there will be anxiety, but believe me, just believe in yourself. Whatever you have studied, just believe that you'll be able to crack that examination with that much of knowledge. Do not fight at this extent. Do not flight at this examination. Do not entertain the thought of not giving the examination. Anxiety is very common. I'll see you again. Till then, take care of yourself. Bye bye.